Hi everyone, this is Tracy with the Idea Closet and Paper Closet Design. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. Today's little video, I'm going to show you how to use your Cricut Design Space to import and cut the Valentine slider bag treats, Nugget bag treats. It's really simple to do, so let's go ahead and get started. First thing we'll do is open up our Cricut Design Space. It's right there. Everything is ready to go. And so we're going to upload our files. When you purchase the files from Paper Closet Design, they come zipped, so you'll need to first unzip them and then they're ready to go. So I've already downloaded the first one. This is the heart tag with score lines, and I'll show you how you do it. You just go up to Upload Image. And then there's a couple of ways to do it. You can go to your browse and navigate to wherever it is, or if you have the file already opened, except that's the wrong one. If you have the file already opened, you can just simply open that file. We're going to go to the heart sleeve. And as you can see, it comes in 5 different file formats. Design Space is what we're going to use today, and that is for the Cricut Design Space. DXF and GSD are used primarily for Silhouette Studio. There are some other digital cutters that will also use those files. SVG are just your basic, almost every cutter uses SVG files, so you can use that with Paxel, Scan and Cut, Design and Cut, Silhouette, just about all of them. And then if you don't have a digital cutter and you still want to create the file or the project, I have it in a PDF, which you can print, and then you can cut it and fold it directly from what you printed, or you can use those printed images as a template and hand cut your project. So lots of things available. Today we're going to do the Design Space. I'm going to just open it up. Whoops. Just open it up, and I already did the heart tag and the score lines. I showed that to you earlier. So we're going to grab the nugget wrappers and bring them over. Just drag and drop. There they are. Now we can rename these if you want to, or you can leave them whatever. I call them nugget wrappers, so that's what they are. Just a little bit of information. All of the nugget images or file collections that I have on my Etsy store, each one has a nugget wrapper. They're all the same. So if you were to do the 6-pack and the slider box and now the sleeve, they all have the nugget wrapper, and you don't have to download it every time because they're the same. But you could if you wanted to. The tags, you can tag it with whatever you want. That just makes it a little easier when you're searching for it. So I'm going to do Valentine. Valentines. I think I'll do Nuggets. And I always put my designs just because I do, and it makes it easier for me to find them. So whatever you want, you could tag it by color, holiday, whatever you want. And then we'll go ahead and hit save. It's going to take it a minute, and there it is right there. Then we're going to do the last file. So I'm going to do the same thing, open up that file, and this time we want the sleeves with the score lines. So I'm just going to drag it over here. And there it is. So the sleeves come in 3 different sizes. They will hold 7 nuggets, 5 nuggets, or 3 nuggets. And we'll just go ahead and change the tags there to the same thing. Valentines, nuggets, and my design. Once again, you can tag those however you want. You don't have to tag them at all, but it does make it a lot easier when you're trying to find your images. Go ahead and hit save. Okay. Then we're going to click on all 3 of these boxes because we want to open all of them and insert image. And it might be just a little bit slow. It's trying to download a lot of things, plus I'm recording in the background, so it really does kind of slow things down just a little bit. But here they come. So let's see, there's your sleeve cases or bases. There's your nugget wrappers, and then here is your the tags. So what we're going to do is I'm going to ungroup these, and I'm just going to show you how to make one of them. It's pretty simple. So we'll ungroup. And then we're going to delete the big one. Click delete. And the small one. So you can hit delete on your board, on your keyboard, or the X up there. We're going to keep the nugget wrappers because we need the nugget wrappers. And then we're going to open up our tags, and I'm going to ungroup those. And the one that I'm going to keep is this one so that I can show you how to print on it. It's the tie-on tag. We're going to go ahead and delete those. Alright, so there is all of your shapes that you need to make your project. Pretty simple. And then we're going to take this one and I'm going to slide it down right here. On the sleeve base, what you'll notice that we have score lines, and they're already set to no, we need to change them to score, excuse me. So we're going to click on that icon and change them to score. That did it. And then we're going to select both of them just by clicking and dragging around them. We have the score line and the sleeve base, and I'm going to attach them. That way when we open it up in our cutting window, it will actually score on the image. For our little tag, I want to print on it. Now you could hand stamp or hand write or cut it out of printed paper, whatever you want, but I want to put one of my digital stamps on there. So we're going to come back over here to upload. And the way that we're going to do this one is the same. We're going to go to upload image, but instead of finding the file or having the file opened and dragging it over, we're going to hit browse. And we're going to come down to where we have saved our stamps. And there's my original. We're going to do the PNG. So I want to do this little spliced heart in pink. So I'm going to click it and open. And it looks a little bit different when you import a PNG than when you import an SVG. So it gives you this option, and you can do simple, moderately complex, or complex. And this is just how it's going to read your image. This one is simple because it's one color and it has no background. Most PNGs do not have a background. They're transparent. So we're going to do simple and hit continue. And there it is. And it says select and erase. So if I didn't want this part of it, I could erase it or whatever, but it is just fine the way I want. So I'm going to hit continue again. And then this is one of the cool things that I really like about Cricut is it gives you the option to use it as a print and cut or to import it as a cut image. So if I wanted to cut each one of these individual pieces out, I could do that. But for this one, we're going to save it as a print and cut. And it's highlighted in the green. We can tag it again just like we did. Valentine's, I can't spell. Valentine's stamp. And I'm going to do pink spliced heart. And save. And there is our pink spliced heart. As you can see, I've already opened up the black Be Mine. It is also a digital stamp, so we're going to use those two. I'm going to click on the spliced heart and the Be Mine stamp. I'm going to insert images. It'll insert it right into where we already were. And they come in, they're not huge, but they're too big for our stamp right there, obviously, right? So I'm going to grab this one, and by clicking on this toggle button, I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller to fit inside the heart. That looks pretty good. You can see the black circle. That's where it's going to cut out to make it a hang tag. Do the same thing with the Be Mine. Just going to resize it down a little bit. That's probably still too big. Grab that toggle button. Resize it. Alright, and then I'm going to click all of this to select it. I'm going to flatten it. And there it is, ready to be printed and then cut. So now you have all of your pieces there. Because this is the 5 nugget holder, you'll need 2 more of your nugget holders. So we're just going to, we have to ungroup it. I'm going to select 2 of them and then just duplicate. And there they are. And now we can go up to make it. It's going to sort everything into its mats by color. This is another thing that I really, really like about the Cricut, is it puts it all in colors and you don't have to do it. You don't have to slide on and slide off, which is really nice. So I'm not hooked up, and I don't know how far this will let me go, but this first mat is your print and cut. And if you're not familiar with print and cut, there is nothing in this world that could be easier. So you would hit continue, and you're going to send it to your printer. It's going to print the Be Mine just like that with the box around it. And then you're going to cut it, and it's actually going to cut that heart with the little circle, the hang circle in it, and it's all ready to go. Click on your mat 2. This would be your red, and it's only the 1 nugget wrapper. And of course you can change those. Mat 2 is your lighter pink, or lighter red, excuse me, and it's 2 nugget wrappers and the back of your tag. And then your 4th mat is your pink, and it's 2 nugget wrappers and your sleeve base. So that is all there is to it. It's pretty simple. Also on this one, you'll notice that it says cut and score. So you'll put your scoring tool in your Cricut, and it will score these lines first, your score lines, and then it will come back and it will cut all of those. It's really simple. Cricut does all the thinking for you. You just bring in your stuff and cut it and then put it together. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you'll visit me on my blog, ideacloset.blogspot.com, and come pick up some fun projects at Paper Closet Design. Thank you. Bye-bye.